Assiniboia Downs is proud to present our featured field here in race number 7. It's the 52nd running of the Buffalo, going 1 mile for a purse of $30,000. Number 1 is Spanky's Bourbon, owned by Jerry Lambert and Lynn Matthews, trained by Jody Riddall with Chavi Chow. Number 2 is Total Gold, owned by K5 Stables, trained by Heather Wellerstead with Adolfo Morales. Number 3 is Jungle Story, owned by Barry Arneson, Al Daly, Daryl Sunsback, and Cam Ziprick, trained by Jim Maird with Travis Cunningham. Number 4 is Red Colo Cup, owned by Len and Olga and Jonathan Kolachuk, trained by Marvin Buffalo with Christopher Husbands. That's number 6, not number 5. That's Black Ransom, owned and trained by Guy Kling. Alyssa Selman aboard. Detained in the paddock for an equipment adjustment is number 5, Explosive Fuse, owned by Larry Carter and Emil Corbell, trained by Emil Corbell with Ronaldo Cumberbatch. Post time for race number 7. The 52nd running of the Buffalo goes to post in 8 minutes. Jungle Story a little fractious in the starting gate. They're at the post. And they're off in the 52nd running of the Buffalo. From the inside, Spanky's Bourbon quickly out of the starting gate and securing the front end. Jungle Story sitting in a stalking position in second, snugly restrained on the rail. That's Total Gold. In between horses, we have Red Colo Cup in fourth. On the outside, Explosive Fuse and Black Ransom. It's going to watch the action from the back of the field. They went the opening quarter in 25-1, and Spanky's Bourbon has the lead by a half a length. Jungle Story positioned on his outside. In behind, that's Total Gold. That's very snugly restrained, pushing 3 wide. Red Colo Cup, 4 wide, Explosive Fuse, and Black Ransom. We'll still see them all. They went the half in 52 seconds, and it's Spanky's Bourbon still controlling the fractions in here on his outside. Jungle Story still running relaxed. In the inside, Total Gold still looking for running room and can't get out. With Red Colo Cup, Explosive Fuse, and Black Ransom, they hit the head of the lane, 3/4, 1:17-4. Jungle Story on the outside. Spanky's Bourbon responds on the inside. Total Gold finally has some running room on the outside. It's Jungle Story. Total Gold with one last try on the outside. Noses on the wire in the Buffalo. Photo finish between Jungle Story and Total Gold. Enclosure is the unofficial winner of the Buffalo. That's number 3, Jungle Story. Jungle Story's a Bay filly, 2 years old, by Concord Point, out of the mare Jungle Storm by Storm Boot, owned by Arneson Daly, Sunsback, and Ziprick, trained by Jim Maird, and ridden to unofficial victory by Travis Cunningham. Time for the mile, 1:45-2. Number 3, Jungle Story, was proudly bred right here in Manitoba by Cam Ziprick and Charles Fouliard. On hand in the winner's enclosure, CTHS Director Ed Pollock will make a presentation to the winning connections. Race 7 is official, and ladies and gentlemen, here are your official combo payoffs. For a $2 win play show on number 3, Jungle Story, which is combo number 1, pays $12.90. For a $2 Quinella box using the numbers 3 and 2, which is combo number 2, your ASD Paddock host Rob McLennan has the winning connections of the Buffalo. Rob, take it away.
Thanks, Kurt. We're down here with the winning connections of the Buffalo Stakes. Travis Cunningham, Jim Maynard, Arneson Daly, Sons of Zipper. Travis, we did this last night. What did you think tonight, or what did you think today? You didn't ride this filly before. Did you know much about her going in? And then what did you think of the race?
Oh, God is good, I guess, to us. Didn't know much about her, just kind of watched her on film, and I've been around the barn with these guys and watched her train and helped out with her in the morning, and that's about all I've known about her. And big question today was getting the 2 turns and getting her to relax, and because she's kind of a high-strung filly anyways, but she did good.
She really didn't run a nice race. You kind of sat in behind, right next to kind of the one. You got to the lead a little bit, and then you had the closer come off. Tell me what your thoughts were kind of coming down the lane, and then about the photo itself. Did you think you had it, or what was your thoughts there?
Down the lane, or kind of around the turn there, I was kind of nervous because she kept kind of mothering up with that one horse, and I thought, man, she isn't going to go ahead and leave him and use him for momentum to get me into the stretch with. And then I heard the 2 coming, and I thought, oh. And I, right here, kind of swung her back out to him, hit her left-handed, and drove her back out, and she took back off.
Yeah, she really accelerated away from the one horse, and it was an exciting photo down to the wire. Anything else to add before we talk to the rest of the connections here?
Cam, Barry, Jim, Amber, they've all done a good job, and appreciate them letting me have that chance to ride her.
Yeah, nice win, Travis. Another fantastic stakes effort. Jim, you had a nice filly that won an open stake in Yelling Timber. Now you have this filly that ran second in the sale stake. She goes in here. What did you think of the race going in, and what did you think of the ride and then the trip and the victory at the end?
Well, we picked this filly. The other filly done everything we needed, so we left her in the barn. And this filly looked like at this time of the year, they can change as they go along. I mean, that she probably wanted to run a little longer. The filly's been training unbelievable and matured in the last month, big time. And a super ride by Travis and Chris too. I got to give him a lot of credit. I mean, he rode the filly the other 2 times and so on. So I want to give everybody the credit. So.
Yeah. So the riders did a great job. You guys yourselves did a great job. So just talk quickly about last time she gets beat at 3/4 the length by a horse that was in here. What is just a maturity thing in between then and now, and just the 2 turns? She really seemed to like that.
Well, I mean, she didn't run a bad race last time neither. She didn't switch her lead at the head of the lane. I mean, things happen, babies are green and whatever all, and that's probably what cost her the last win for sure. I mean, it's 3/8 of a mile on one lead all the way to the wire, and she, the filly got her lead right at the top today, and it was close, but it was a horse race, and it was exciting in the end, and it worked out for us guys, so.
It's a nice win to win like that. Anything else to add before we move on to Cam?
Well, I want to thank all the connections of these horses and the horses they're raising. I'm going to say it again, unbelievable. I want to thank my crew all year. I mean, that's where it's in them early mornings. And I want to thank my wife, because without her, it ain't going to happen.
Congratulations to you, Jim. We're to kind of slide on from Cam. I know you're kind of hobbling around. Cam, back-to-back Buffaloes. Are you letting Barry are you guys both going to?
We'll have some fun.
Yeah. You guys have done this a few times now. What do you think of this filly going in? And what has just this kind of filly been, as she's been one of those fillies that you've kind of raised from a while now?
Well, a few years ago we had a plan. We upgraded our breeding stock. The plan's working. I mean, the last few years have been such a reward for our program. The horses that we've produced, I mean, they've been doing all the talking for us. This was our 20th win this year for me as an owner, and that's huge. And 5-6 stakes. I mean, what else can you talk about?
Yeah, these horses themselves have done all the talking. You think about all the great Manitoba Reds over the last few years. Is there more coming?
There's always more coming. I've been threatening to sell half them for the last 5 years, but when it's in your blood, it doesn't come back out, and probably do it till the end.
Well, it's a glad thing to have. Were you a little worried about the photo, or were you pretty confident?
Yeah, we were very worried. We thought she had the nod, and you just wait. I was on the phone with my wife, and just you give that scream when you see your number come up, and it's just nice to be on the winning side of a photo once in a while, and it's just a great way to end the year.
Yeah, it was a tremendous victory. From the winner's circle, Jungle Stories winning connections. Back up to you, Kurt.